Meyer BMY. Right now we're working the 200 moving average. We're fighting this 200 moving average area. If we can break through and hold right above it, guess what? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Wherever you are in this world, you are welcome to this channel. Now, what are we going to be talking about? We're going to be talking about fantastic names. We're going to be talking about the market. We're going to be talking about the reaction that really went on in the market. Now, this was Friday close. Okay, now if you see, most of the stocks did close red, apart from the big boys or the tech itself. Also, we have a bunch of earnings report coming in as well this coming week, so it will be really serious. Okay, also the Fed as well also have theirs going on. They got so many things going on that, you know, we're expecting them to raise rate. I'm expecting the Fed to raise rate because guess what? It's been quite a while now. They're trying to, you know, bring down inflation, and we hear about recession there, you know. So we'll see what happened in the long run. So I'm expecting 50 basis point, if not 75, but I have about more than 50% on 50 basis point as per the Fed. Apple did close, you know, 1.37% higher. Also, the most of all, we got Tesla that actually closed 11% to the upside. Right now, Tesla has a very fantastic area that we will be, you know, watching in this coming week. These are the levels that I will be watching. 180, that is our resistance spot. You know, a little change over that is also good as well. But guess what? This is not a recommendation to buy or to sell. This is for entertainment purposes only. Now, for Tesla, I'm looking for price rejection around this area because of what? We've gotten too many support around this area. So this support is now going to be a resistance. So that's what we're expecting right here for that action to happen, and then we can retest the 160 again before price continue to shoot to the upside on Tesla. But guess what? Tesla has a mind of its own. Anyways, let's get back into the market. Let's talk about the market, what I'm expecting the market to do this coming week. Right now, we've got to this point right here. This is our resistance zone, okay? This is our trend resistance. So every time we get to that spot, we reject it, you know. So we really walked our way past the 200 moving average. And guess what? Right now, we're rejecting that 467 area right now. So if price does hold in anticipation of the Fed, guess what's gonna happen? We'll push lower to the downside. 64 on RSI, and then MACD is on the positive side. However, volume actually came short compared to Thursday trade. Also, we're crossing the 200 moving average, which is our 50 is crossing the 200 moving average, which is bullish. Also, 20 is about to really, 20 has actually crossed, and then 50 is about to cross on our SPY. So keep an eye out on SPY. Also, the second stock here is going to be Matter. Okay, MEAT. Right now, I called it in on my stock tweet. I said Matter, this is where it is headed, right? And stock was trading around 146, 147. I said we are heading to the 200 moving average of 153, and that is where we got to. Now expect a rejection around the 200 moving average. That's where I'm expecting the rejection to really come in. So you see, we couldn't close right above it. So if any push, it's a push to really shake in, you know, the short side of things. Abify is also another name for long-term hold. It's another name for dividend. They pay really decent dividend. Right now, I believe we are trying to hold this 200 moving average right here, consolidating around that area. So I'm expecting this area to hold 145, 146, and then we can bounce from that area. We can bounce off of that spot and to the upside. So keep an eye out on that. Apple as well. I also talk about Apple like I did with Meta right here. 200 moving average. We're all inching into 200 moving average, and that is our resistance spot. 147, 148, that is going to be our resistance spot. You can get 150 as well on Apple, so you know. Anyway, Square as well, which is aka block. Right now we broke right through and just boom 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 to the upside. The 20 is crossing the 200, which is also a bullish indication. So right now I'll be expecting price to come somehow pull back because of the market. If the market does sell off, I'll be expecting this to get back to 77.50 or even $75 for a peak to the upside. Also looking at BYND. BYND right now is looking good, it's looking fantastic. We've always rejected this zone, right? And guess what? We broke through it and then pulled back. Okay, so any pull back into 1750, that is called a retest, and then we can push to the upside on BYND. Microsoft, what have you got there? Microsoft right now, we're breaking through. We're about to break through this downtrend area, but also which is our trend line right here. So at this point in time, we're gonna be behind. Our target is gonna be 254, 255, which is our 200 moving average on Microsoft. So keep an eye out on Microsoft as well, guys. JP Morgan right now we really you know I've been pushing to the upside, right? See how price really bounced off this trend, uptrend right now. 140 is going to 140, 141 is going to be our resistance. If it does hold, then I'll be expecting price back to 137, 135 on that name. TEAN as well. Right now we're about to fill this gap just like we did with NFLX. So right now once we get to 171, 170, that is the gap fill there. Right now we only got about 6-7 points to go. I think we'll continue to push to the upside. If price really hold this 171, 172 area, guess what? $200 is coming in on TEAN. S-Box. Oh, this is Starbucks right now. We're really pushing. 110 is the resistance, natural resistance, and then we can retest the 106 area again. So keep an eye out on that. Roblox as well. Roblox right now is looking solid to continue to push to the upside with support right around the 200 moving average. These are your long-term kind of play, and if things pan out, then we should be good. DKNG as well, we're breaking through the 200 moving average. Most of these stocks, guys, they are breaking through the 200 moving average, or they already broken that level and then waiting for a retest. So keep an eye out as well on that. Also looking at Ford Motors as well, guys. You see 200 moving average, that is our area. We expect this to continue to push to the upside. We don't want this to reject. We want a continuation of a trend, so keep an eye out on that. J&J as well. Johnson & Johnson right now 168, 165 is down here, but right now 166 acted as a resistance, bounce off that area, and now we're working on 168. If we can work that 168 and hold it, then we can continue to bounce right into 200 moving average again. So AMD, yeah. AMD right now, we got this level that we're watching this area right now. This is our resistance, which also coincides with our 200 moving average. That is where we're headed. So keep an eye out on AMD. Also Bristol Myers BMY. Right now we're working the 200 moving average. We're fighting this 200 moving average area. If we can break through and hold right above it, guess what, guys? We'll continue to push boom, boom, boom to the upside. But for now, this trend is going to act as your support in the coming days. General Motors, GM right now, 38 breaks, continue to push to the upside because that is your downtrend, with your uptrend right here giving us that beautiful triangle right now. 37 is going to be our support, ultimate support for now on that name. Looking at Peloton, P-Ton, let's look at that real quick. P-Ton right now, we're breaking out of the 200 moving average, which is a beautiful sight to see. But guess what? $12 is going to act as our support for now. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, just keep pushing and pushing and pushing to the upside. Right now, we have what we call the inverse head and shoulder. This area right now is going to act as our inverse head and shoulder for continuation to the upside. But overall, you know, price coming from almost recent 125 to 215, I think that has actually gotten the move already. Anyways, SPOT, okay. This one as well, keep an eye on this one. Right now we're working this 200 moving average. That is what we're doing right now. Another good name to watch. It's not too extended, it's not too down, but right now look at that. Right now we're supporting the 50 and 20 exponential moving average for possible move to the upside. And where are we going? We're going to 74.75 in the coming days, so keep an eye out on Tyson Foods as well. Look at BABA. Let's look at BABA real quick. BABA at this point in time, we're extended. We got 69 RSI. I think price can still continue to push to the upside, but I'll be expecting a pull back right into 111. I have this on my long term. I sold some into this move into 120, and I'm expecting a pull back to add. Invariably, we're looking at that $100 on that name. Walmart is in a good spot to pick some up in anticipation of the bounce of this 20 and 50 exponential moving average. If it does bounce off and break through 145, we can continue to push higher back into 155 on Walmart. So keep an eye out on Walmart. Also, we're looking at Zoom as well. ZM, we're going to continue to push to the upside as this downtrend is breaking. If we can continue, if we hold this 75 area, then we'll push it right into 90, 89, $90 on that name. INTC as well is another long-term hold for me. Well, nothing really came out on Friday. All of a sudden, you know, we dropped. What I mean, nothing came out. The news wasn't really good for the stock, and then we sold off, added to some of my position, got me a better average, and I'm holding this for life. Wayfair as well. Wayfair right now is extended. Overall, it's been a very decent push right from this area we were looking at a couple of weeks ago, and I think we made some decent amount of money right there on that name. BILL. Right now we're breaking out of this downtrend, right, pushing into 120. 120 area holds. If it does hold, then we're looking at 125 or 130 on that name. Guys, the remaining chart, I'm gonna post them up on my stock tweet and on my Twitter account. I have almost about 50 or 70 chart that I'm gonna post, so keep an eye out for these long-term stock, these long-term names, and we're gonna make it. We're gonna continue to push higher. Even, guess what, Cathy Wood, she's making billions and millions and billions and billions of dollars right now, even as the market is pushing and pushing and pushing to the upside. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for spending your weekend with me. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Peace and love. Bye bye.